Welcome today. We're gonna make s'mores, chocolate s'mores dome, and this is an easy, simple process. Now we're gonna start off with basically glazing the s'mores dome. What I like with this dessert, it's very easy and maybe easy for me, but it's very simple and easy step how to make this s'mores dome. Um, First, my chocolate glaze is basically a shiny glaze, and this is also this this glaze is very easy and simple to make, and it's also gluten free and dairy free. If you check out my next video, you're gonna see how I make it from start to scratch on my page. And when you basically glaze in this dome, you have to be like frozen, kind of, sort of, and always temper make sure you take out your glaze before you glaze it, because you want to keep it at room temperature. And you can also put it, you know, on like I use this whatever stuff you have. If you have like basically like the oven grill, you can use the oven grill, um, and then just place it over a container to catch the accessory glaze. And you just basically top it a little bit. After you top it a little bit, it's basically what you're trying to do is just basically to get the thick amount of glaze just run all the way down, so it's basically consistent with the whole glaze itself, just consistent with your product. Very simple, easy, simple step. And if it's really um, too much puddle on one side, what you can do, you can get like a blowtorch and just torch it a little bit. That's one of the next thing you can do. And it will basically loosen up. Just not torch the whole thing itself, just basically a little heat, just like back and forth away from it, so it kind of drain and drain evenly. Just let it sit for a little bit, not too long. Um, and as I can see, I'm preparing my. In the meantime, you can prepare your plates, what you're gonna put your dome. And if you watch all this video, you will see from the start to the finish how I prepare it, how I finish the finishing. So I have it drained for a little bit, and preparing my plates. And you can decorate it wherever you want, like whatever, what kind of any kind of garnish you can use to decorate your plate. As you can see, um, raspberry and chocolate is a must on my plate. If a lot of people, they don't really like the raspberry, but the raspberry bring out a lot more unique color, and it basically it's best if you plate this on a white plate, because the white plate show up the dessert a lot, and it's a lot better if you use a white plate. The white plate is just make it look very nice and sleek and clean. So after you drain it for a little bit, you just basically um, take it off. What is good also to use with this dessert also, um, you can use any form of like any crumble, like if you have, you can use a base underneath it, but I choose not to use a base underneath it. But in this video I have, on the next video that I have, um, think I have a next video that I use. You can use basically like a little cookie underneath it, or so, you know what I mean, whatever you prefer. So what I do, you just remove the accessory glaze, and after you use it, remove it. I'm gonna place my, you have to have a spatula when you're taking care of this thing. And here's my plate that I use, and it's best to heat up the spatula sometime, because the spatula will basically easy to take it off, and you can slide it underneath there, and it will be a easy and fix process, you know what I mean. Or you can use a skewer. So what I do, I use a spatula, and then I use a little paring knife, and basically gently take it off, because as you can see, you don't want to use your finger on this dessert, because it will basically spot the product, and it will just make it look very messy. So as you can see, I use my raspberry in a little squeeze bottle, raspberry sauce, and you just put like a couple dots around, and make it just look very nice. And it's not hard, it's very easy. And just a little dot around the corner, and um, as I can said, as you can see, it's very easy, and it's look very shiny and nice. And what you can do, if you know in the process, because I have this in the freezer, so it keep basically the sheen, and this recipe always be shiny, always shiny, and that's why I call it the shiny glaze. And I tip a little bit of raspberry sauce. You don't have to use you um you don't have to use a squeeze bottle. You just dip a small little spoon right around, and top it off. Very simple. And then as you can see, just put one, two dots or whatever, but it's just best if you do that. Then after I top it down, I am going to use basically a chocolate shell that I made. And the chocolate shell that I made, you can serve this dessert as it is right now, because as you can see, it's very clean and easy to deal with. And what you can do is basically top like a little, pixie dust over it, whatever you prefer. And after that, you just basically, get your chocolate mold. I have a chocolate shell that I make. You can make a twirl, like a chocolate twirl, or you can make a vanilla twirl and garnish it whatever you prefer. As you see in in my video, how I garnish it, I use two different types. And this is very simple to make. You just basically get a mold, coat the chocolate inside of it, and basically let it drain for a little bit, and then pop it out. And those holes that you saw in it, you can basically use like a piping tip, and heat it up a little bit with a torch gun, and basically just put it right over it, and it basically leave that impression on it. And that's how you do it. And I also want to say thank you for watching. And if you watch a couple of my videos, you will see it a lot more All right. Thank you for watching. All right. Peace.